Carl Boyce and Michael McMullen.
Thanks, Abigail. So we now know Europe will lead the Mosconi Cup into the final day, and that means USA are going to be up against a whole lot of history tomorrow, because in the entire history of this tournament, there have only ever been 2 instances of a team being behind going into the last day and turning it around to win. So I guess their chances of defying that history depend to a large extent on how big their deficit is. And that deficit, Carl, could still possibly be only a single point. So still a lot to play for today.
Yeah, I'm certain Skylar Woodward would have pulled his team in the practice room and said, listen, little target is a 3-2 victory here on day 3. And that would just pull USA 1 behind. That is still achievable. But the last 2 matches have literally just all been Europe.
If you can get it there, I can get you up there.
Yeah. You got 40 seconds.
You were talking there about the business of certain players not gelling together and not wanting to play together. It's interesting, you know, Shaw and Kaçi played together in the Mosconi Cup in Kaçi's first year. Now, they lost quite heavily to Billy Thorpe and Tyler Styer. And in the 3 subsequent Mosconis that Kaçi's played in, they've never been paired together again.
It is a good shot, and he's got some angle, but Jayson Shaw's going to have to pull out a worldy here to get on the pink 4 ball. This looks lovely. That should just be good enough. Kaçi's a tall fella, so he'll be able to reach it. There is a bit of angle here, don't get me wrong. Kaçi was kind of second guessing himself a little bit there. Shaw come over, give him that little bit of reassurance on this one. Didn't go in clean. They get the perfect look. Oh, Jayson Shaw from nowhere misses the purple 5 ball.
And that's the sort of thing that's going to give these American fans a bit of hope. Remember Shaw's miss on the A's in the doubles yesterday, which turned around that match, and the American pair ended up winning that. That was much later on in the contest, but this could be crucial here. What a moment in the first rack. What a chance now for the Americans.
This is team format, pool at its best, and these are the situations where USA have got to really put the foot down now. Obviously, they should clear the table here. That goes without saying, but it's the next rack. They've got to break a lot better. They're not making the 1 ball in the side as much as Europe. They're getting close to it, Michael. They're hitting both points to the side, but it's just not going in. Europe just seem to be making it time and time again.
Yeah, and Europe generally having much better fortune getting the shots after the break, as we've discussed throughout the day here. And this one looks to be going the way of the American pair. And of course, they'll have the break in rack 2, so it's an opportunity for them. Well, it looked like it was going to be a very quick kill for the European pair in this opening rack. Shaw missed a very unexpected 5. Gorst and Styer have got the wrists, and they've taken the opening rack. Against all expectations of just a few minutes ago, they lead 1-0 in a doubles match that you really feel they've got to put on the board. Well, I think you can guess which shot we're going to look at again from that rack. Carl, Any thoughts as to what went on?
He was probably just thinking of that cue ball. He knew he had to go 2 rails and avoid hitting the 9 ball. Had a little skid. That usually means it turns over, but listen, it was quite far away. And it looks easy on the TV screens, of course, but that would be a lot thinner than you think from where Jayson Shaw is stood. You know, he's got the best seat in the house. He's right behind that shot. I just think it was a case of maybe a little bit scared of that cue ball. But it's a big mistake, there's no 2 ways about it. And he made a big mistake when he played with Mickey Crouch yesterday, Michael, on that 8 ball from nowhere to go 4-1 up. He ended up losing that match.
Yeah, and he looked shell-shocked at the end of it because everything had been going along serenely up until then. And we've seen a very similar look on his face there now. So, worrying moment for the European captain. Generally pretty good at shrugging these things off, but that was an absolute shocker in the first rack. I mentioned they've only played together in the Mosconi once, and that was 6 years ago. They were beaten comfortably. They did play together in the Reyes Cup in Hanoi, the inaugural staging of that, as Europe took on an Asian team. Did I say Hanoi? It was Manila. Lucius Yap and Carlo Beato beat them there.
Right, let's have a look at the break. Fedor Gorst, one of the best breakers on the circuit, and he's broke pretty good in this tournament so far. Can he find that 1 ball in the right centre pocket? Yes, he can. Yes, he can. Now, he doesn't have a shot on the blue 2 in the sense of an easy pot, but he has got options. He can play the bank in the side. That would offer position for the red 3, or the green 6, the 8 ball. Some kind of cover there, but I do believe the bank shot has got to be the option.
And it will light this place up if it goes in.
Decided for the safety. There's nothing wrong with that, of course.
I got it, Kaçi. I both. I don't know.
Probably like that.
The only thing I would say, Michael, if the bank shot was on and he could have just played a stop shot, if you make the bank, you stay at the table shooting. Whenever you let your opponent out of the chair like this and Kaçi jumping, anything can happen. You can fluke a ball, you can fluke a safety, you can even leave the pot on. Has he left the pot on? I don't believe he has.
Yeah, very marginal, but I think he's okay.
Fedor's having a good strut around the place, though, as if he's spotted something. Yeah, he's just playing off the edge. He's going to get some distance, like so. Even this is all wrong. I mean, this is a shocker. Look at this. The cue ball's come back in the middle of the table. What was that?
And if you're someone who just watches 9-ball when the Mosconi comes around, you might not believe the year Fedor Gorst has had. He's won the World Championship, the US Open, the World Masters, runaway world #1, and his year is just fizzling out here at the moment. He's lost all of his matches outside the team matches, 2 doubles and a singles.
Sorry, Michael, just saying, I know that he's been saying in the practice room he feels really, really nervous.
Shot.
And you can tell as well. I mean, you don't need anybody to tell you that. You can see it in his face. He's not looked comfortable one bit in this arena since day one.
About 13 seconds.
Extension.
Extension call.
He's not played a Mosconi in the States before, of course.
30 seconds. Take your time.
And it is a very different atmosphere over here to what we have from the other side of the Atlantic. Really moves up a few notches.
That was an interesting shot selection. I liked it as well. Pay attention, he could have gone off the bottom rail there where that purple ball is. He'd have guaranteed hitting the blue too. The reason why he didn't go that route is because he knew he would more likely leave a shot on the blue too. That's why he went the other way. The brown 7 and the red 3 is where Kaçi's trying to get the cue ball.
Big bang.
A little like earlier on in this rack, he's got the safety, but at this level, Fedor Gorst is pretty much guaranteed to hit the blue 2, and you just never know what may happen. Cue ball could end up crashing into the 9. Something could happen there. He could pop the pink 4 in the side. Or he could get lucky. This is what happens when you don't get the cue ball tight on the other balls. Or you'll let your opponent back to the table. Now Jayson's got the short cue. He's going for the pot. He's very underrated with his cue, Jayson Short. As I said, he's very underrated with the jump cue. What a poke!
Oh, he really meant that after what happened in the previous rack. You can see that's got him feeling good again.
Well, he started cheering USA.
Yes.
Oh, a little unlucky. It was a great pot. It was very thin. Obviously, flicking that purple 4 has left it safe.
Yeah, I like the bang and cue ball down. Yeah.
It was a beautiful jump shot. Watch the cue ball here. Popped up and just stopped dead.
Thank you, Pam.
He's been sparring with this crowd ever since the Mosconi Cup began, and he absolutely loves it. He's not going to love this, though.
I didn't like it. Huh? I didn't like it. I knew I couldn't make it.
Yeah,
I
well,
go this way.
you can hear the captain.
You think you got a double kiss?
He said he doesn't like it. I couldn't make it. Well, why play it? Why play the shot?
That's an extraordinary thing to say, knowing he's mic'd up. Make that admission.
Tyler's been very good in this year's Mosconi Cup. He's doing everything right. He's putting all the work in.
Come on, Kaçi.
He's eating salad at every meal, and he's putting loads of hours on the practice table, and he's playing some good 9-ball.
Yeah, perfect record outside the team matches so far for Styer.
Not bad. Not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad at all. It is not bad at all. What Jayson means by that is, how do you get from this pink 4 to the purple 5? This is rough. He's not playing it. He's playing off the edge. Where's the cue ball? And that's gone wrong. Billy Thorpe did something similar in his match previous.
What a more confident Gorst than we've seen over the last few days have attempted the shot you were talking about.
I just think he couldn't get back down on the purple 5, but I mean, maybe he could have potted it and then played safe on the purple 5. Yeah, you could see there he's not got much angle. He's just hit that ball too thick. It is very frustrating though, you know, you've got to win your point, you've got to play well, and to just sell out like that, just to leave your opponent in with an easy finish, there's nothing worse.
Just feels like every time the American cause is threatening to establish a bit of momentum in this Mosconi Cup. The Europeans repel it, or in some cases the Americans kill their own momentum with mistakes. And this rack looks pretty much a done deal now. Kaçi puts the 9 away, and in a moment he will be breaking in rack 3 with this one level at 1-all. Are we getting to the stage, Carl, where if USA fall any further behind, it starts to look like a hopeless task?
Yes, I believe we are indeed. It's been very close coming into day 3. We all feel like it should have been 5-5. Skylar Woodward and Fedor Gorst at 4-3 up. How did they not win that last point? I'll never know. And obviously coming into today, it was always going to be a tall order, but they won the team point. That was the point where I felt like it was a must win. Unfortunately, they've lost the last 2. But, I mean, I think we all know they've got to win this doubles match. The difference in a 9-5 and an 8-6 with 1 match to go, and it's both captains who will be playing that last match. It's just massive, it's just huge.
Yes, the first time we've had a gap of this nature so far in this Mosconi Cup, so having been at least in touch throughout the contest so far, and now starting to see the Europeans disappear a little bit out of sight. So important for the Americans to keep their heads up, keep believing. I think if they do win from here, it will join the annals of the famous sporting turnarounds we've seen over the years. Will probably be the most unlikely turnaround we've ever had in the Mosconi Cup when you add up all the factors involved, but they can't think of that. Just got to get this point on the board, and then suddenly, as you say, Carl, it becomes a different contest. What a mouth-watering prospect that would be. The 2 captains going head-to-head, effectively to decide whether USA have a realistic chance going into Tuesday. 1-all then, Kaçi to break.
One of the few players who breaks at full power. Look at the balls, the difference, they just fly around the table. The 8 balls landed a little funny. That's for later on in the rack. But again, it's a 1 ball that's been potted. Off the break for Europe.
Can't make nothing, huh?
Can you stop?
As we've been saying, it was 21 years ago the last time a team trailed going into the last day and turned it around to win.
Where do you want it?
It was 8-7 going into the last day then. So USA still have the chance to be in exactly that position. The only other time a team came from behind on the last day and won, in 1996, when the USA were 3 points behind going into the final day.
It's okay.
Jayson says it's okay, so he must have a little bit of an angle. And then we've heard him say go for the combo, so it's going to be an 8-9 combination.
Get me on that side, Real.
On the rail?
Yeah, if you can get me right down there, then good.
Want to be a little bit careful here, because Jayson at the very last minute said if you can get me right down. Problem with that is that brings that left centre pocket in. Well, he hasn't got down there, he's got nowhere near the rail.
Play with a cue ball?
It's not easy, this. He can either send the cue ball off the edge of the 8 ball into the 9. That's what we call a Karen. That's what he's playing. But Shaw has
Well, that is the face of a man who is not having the afternoon he was hoping for so far. Certainly in terms of his own match here.
Get to the rail, man, you know that?
Nah?
Get to the rail over there.
I don't know why I didn't flip the 9 with the 5-0 when I had the 5-0 there.
Just to clarify about 0-3, it was of course 8-6 going into the last day, but the point I was making was it was the smallest possible deficit you could have, and this time it would be 8-7.
This is a big shot. Not just for the context of the match, for the context of Fedor Gorst! He's made it! He's finally made a ball!
Scott Frost on his feet, whipping up the crowd, whipping his arms. Is that the moment when Fedor Gorst's 2024 Mosconi Cup finally gets up and running for real? The simplest of nines. And with that, the American pair lead for the second time in the match. They could have lost all three of those racks. They've only lost one of them. Gorst and Styer, 2-1 up.
This is meant to be, like it's my destiny. You better believe me, make it look easy, like it was made for me. I was made for this, build it brick by brick, taking all the risks, I'm throwing back in the fire. If you want to make it, then you can take it, but you better get in the zone.
When it looked as though he and Eklent Kaçi were going to take the first rack, then they lost the second. And just as Europe were closing in on rack 3, the attempted carom, 8-9, Jayson Shaw missing it. And a great shot here from Fedor Gorst, who really has struggled, the world number 1 so far in this tournament. And there was no way his partner was going to miss that 9. So USA, who, as I was saying before the break, could have been 3-0 down in this doubles contest. Leading 2-1. And now you feel this American crowd are really starting to believe again. Yes, they're 3 points behind at the moment, which is the biggest gap we've had so far. But if Gorst and Styer can press on from here and take this, it's a captain's showdown to finish day 3. With the chance for the USA to get back to just a point behind. And as I was saying, twice before, they've come from further behind than that to win on the final day. Rack 4. And this time, they do have a shot after the break.
Well, you see the difference when you pop the one ball in the side. Doesn't mean you're going to guarantee a shot on the lowest ball, but it's going to give you more chances than missing it. Look at this for an opportunity. Fedor needs to get the right angle after this shot because Tyler Styer's got to rip the cue ball back. Yeah, that's all right. It's actually very easy. Now we get a good look at the table. What a split this is. What a chance.
Never played together, Gorst and Styer. Last year was the first time they were on the same team and they weren't paired together at any stage.
Extension cool.
It's going quite nicely for them at the moment.
Yeah, nicely done. Still got to get the job done. Always looks very easy when you just sat here watching.
Just a brief moment of anxiety, but that's fine. And it looks as though we could be heading for our first break and run of this doubles. Seen so many dramatic, eventful racks over the last 2.5 days here in Orlando. This, not one of them, but it's exactly what the Americans needed after all the drama of the previous rack. Just a nice, efficient run out. Exactly what they're now going to get.
Crowd wanted to go all out there. Styer held his hand up, telling him to relax, wait till the nines, and there it is.
A swift kill then in rack 4. Gorst and Styer now firmly on top in this match. Jayson will be breaking in the next rack, and the pressure's on him to turn it around after the balls he's missed. They've opened the door for the Americans, but that was all about Gorst and Styer themselves. Long time since we've seen a smile like that on Shane Van Boning's face. David Al-Kaidi coming out to G up as captain. And this is what it's like between every rack and at all the intervals. Mosconi Cup, I think someone put it really well the other week, saying it's as much a party as a sporting contest. And boy, if this crowd in Orlando really underlined that point since we got here. Things started on Saturday. Some of the fans, even as we come to the end of the penultimate day, as you can clearly see, still have plenty of energy. Got that other lady bouncing around on that big dinosaur, Mosconi-saurus as we've called it. Bear in mind, USA are 3 points behind. Can you imagine what it will be like in here tomorrow if it gets close and USA have a chance to get their first win in 5 attempts? And even before we get to that stage, as I was saying earlier, we've got the 2 captains squaring up. But the whole context of that depends so much on what happens over the next little while here. And Europe need their captain to step it up now. He's made the one in the side. What's he got here, Carl?
Not a great deal. Might be able to just snip the edge of the blue too. I don't think he can pot it in the side. I think the 2 ball's too low down. There is the edge. He's undecided. He was taking forever down there. He's obviously not quite happy with this little angle that he's got. Don't know if he's trying to get the cue ball behind the 6. That's all Eklent could do, really. Just get that 2 on the side rail.
Extension cool.
Yeah, it just hasn't happened for Gorst yet in his Mosconi Cup career, really. He's been involved in 16 matches. He's only been on the right side of 6 of those. And, of course, that includes a couple of team matches we've seen here over the last couple of days.
Is he playing the bank? He had a little go, didn't he?
But I was playing the 2-ball right there. That's why I played the 2-ball.
Good shot. Really good shot.
Extension.
Extension pull.
Safety stuff.
Yeah, safety stuff, mate.
Well, you could hear both players saying the safety's tough. Playing off the left edge
And then draw straight back.
means the scratch is in. Well, he's drawing the cue ball back. That means the 2 ball's flying round. He might even fluke the brown 7. What a great bank, though. Listen, I know he's not on the red 3, but you've got to be delighted with that. Just because you stay at the table. Watch the cue ball, never mind the 2, draws it straight back. It's a beautiful effort. What's he played here? I thought it was an easy safety. I thought he could have banked the red 3 towards the green 6. Shoot the purple 5 to Hook.
20 sets.
You know, the opportunities are coming the Americans' way in this match.
15.
If they can take this one, get to the hill at 4-1, we'll be breaking in the next rack.
It was not an easy shot, don't get me wrong, but I mean, you're asking for the world there. Jacked up trying to spear that in, maybe just knock the ball in. You've just give the rack away. That's all you've done there.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of racks already that look to be heading Europe's way, and there was a late twist. Hard to see a huge amount that can go wrong here, but we will see. Yeah, so let's look again at what we just saw from Styer. Guess you're in a situation, you're trying to turn the Mosconi Cup around. Maybe you need to force things a bit, make something happen. Didn't work out though. And instead of getting to the hill, the Americans are likely to see their lead trimmed to a single rack. So this time it's Gorst and Styer, maybe left to reflect on 1 or 2 regrets at the end of the rack. So many of these that could have gone either way. This one has gone the way of Shaw and Kaçi. The World Championship runner-up deposits the 9. Gets his pairing back to only 1 behind at 3-2. But as I was saying, the Americans will have the break in the next rack. Carl, let's see that Styer miss again. Any more thoughts to add?
Yeah, he was in a tricky spot, don't get me wrong, and I can kind of see, you know, what he's trying to attempt, but the 3 wasn't really over the pocket. I know it looks like it from there, but there is a bit of a gap, and when you're striking down on the table and you've got full distance, 9 feet, that's never going to be easy.
Great way to spend Monday afternoon at that age. Moments you'll always remember. Tell you what, this crowd are going to be more exhausted than the players come the end of this Mosconi. They have brought so much energy to it all. First time that it's been staged in Florida, and I think it may just have found its new US home. 2,500 capacity, full for every section. We could have sold many more tickets if we could just squeeze a few more people in. The Mosconi Cup just grows and grows and grows. 30 years ago this month, it was first played. Small beginnings, but I think those of us who watched that first staging in 1994, and I can certainly remember watching it in the days leading up to Christmas, looked at it and thought, this is something that really has potential to grow and grow and become a major annual event. The most famous event, certainly, among the general sporting public within the game of 9-ball. This is the man who's dominated 9-ball this year. He's going to start us off in rack 6. Another attempt for the American pair to get to the hill here, and a point they desperately need.
Yes, come on.
And that is exactly what they didn't need. They had the scratch off the break from Gorst at a key stage of that doubles that played yesterday against Kaçi and Kaçi.
He did what he needed to do. He made the 1-ball. It just got kicked, didn't it? Straight in the pocket. It was unlucky.
Now the crowd, for the moment at least, gone very quiet again.
And all the balls are there, aren't they? There's no real clusters, it's just connect the dots.
Go forward.
Question 7. I love you, Kaçi!
Kaçi back after missing the last 2 Mosconis. Would have been in the team last year, but had that terrible motor accident. And ended his 2023. The previous year, he just hadn't played well enough. Made his Mosconi debut in his teens. Took him until his 3rd appearance to be part of a winning side.
Shot.
And perhaps not surprising, given that the only American involvement in it looks like being a scratch break. I think this has probably been the quietest rack of the Mosconi so far. So Sean Kaçi, we're 3-1 down. Got a very different look to it now, though. They've won 2 in a row. Both pairs will need 2 more when we return with the climax of this crucial doubles on day 3.
Do what you want, I came to win. You have arrived in the middle of a dream. Whoa, roll the dice and we can begin.
If you want to make it, then you can take it, but you better get in the zone.
The 3 tempting, ambitious positional aspirations ended up costing them. And then the scratch off the break from Fedor Gorst in rack 6. And that proved fairly decisive as well. So Jayson, Sean, Eklent, Kaçi have won 2 in a row. And all of a sudden they're now level at 3-all. If Europe win this, then they'll be only 2 points away from their 5th successive Mosconi Cup. Big effort called for now from Gorst and Styer, but worth pointing out, in the 3 potential remaining racks, Europe have got the break in 2 of them. The first of those goes to Eklent Kaçi.
Very reliable on the break as well. It's not often he misses the 1-ball in the side.
Sometimes he makes the 9 as well. Well, how this has all turned around. How long ago was it? 10 minutes, 15 minutes? That this place was lit up with the Americans going 3-1 in front. Then they find themselves level, and now, in an instant, with the golden break, Shaw and Kaçi have gone to the hill. That's cruel for the Americans, Carl.
It is cruel, but he breaks at full power in a 9-ball pool. Eklent, Kaçi, Shane Van Bonin make more golden breaks than anyone on the WNT. Here's another look. It was the blue 2-ball that knocked it into the side pocket. And overall, Michael, it's actually USA 1, Europe 1 in golden breaks.
Yeah, the golden break has been rare in this Mosconi. This place was going absolutely wild. Around about this time yesterday, maybe, when Billy Thorpe did it. Not quite so well received this time. But how the expression on Jayson Shaw's face has changed now. He was looking a bit concerned earlier. He had that missed 5. There was the 8-9 carom that didn't come off in the 3rd rack. That's all changed now.
That's the difference though, Michael. When you look back at 3-1, Eklent, Kaçi played a poor safety. Tyler Styer, he decided to jack up and try and play a hero shot. Could he have potted the ball and then let his partner, Fedor Gorst, play safe on the next? It's completely changed his point around.
And now, more than ever so far in this year's Mosconi Cup, the Americans really need to dig deep. They've got to win these last 2 racks. It really might start to feel like a bit of a hopeless task for them. It's been a good tournament so far for Tyler Styer. Needs a good moment now. One's down, 2's down.
Good break. Got a shot on the 3-ball. It's not a hanger. That's kind of what we say when it's easy. This is not easy. I wonder if he can pop this ball in the corner. You look where the pink 4 is, Michael. That goes into the pocket where the brown ball is. I wonder if he can pop this and slide down this right-hand side of the table. Is that the angle that he's got? Wow, that for a stat. Tournament number of balls on the break.
Very little in it. Big pressure on every shot now for the Americans.
But he's missed it. Has he got lucky? He's not. He's just not knocking the big shots in the big moment. I'm not saying it was easy, but he's just not knocking them in.
You know what? You can leave the bench and I can go up there too with a kid.
Yes. Okay.
Eklent's just told Jayson what he wants to do. He wants to leave him the bank on the pink 4. He needs to slow down. That is not what they was trying to do. He was playing for the bank in the corner. Change of plan.
Yeah.
Go for the 6.
Yeah. Play the 9 also.
No, 9 won't go.
Huh?
9 won't go.
Play it with high, yeah. Get the 6 ball. We're good. Come on, big boy. Extension. Yeah. Take your time.
You know, it all felt a bit flat in here at the end of yesterday's play. It's been a wonderful afternoon. It looked as though it might very well finish with the Americans drawing level and everything to play for going into day 3. And when it didn't happen, as I say, things felt a bit flat. I think it will be even more so here. Given the position Gorst and Styer were in and the fact that we're coming to the end of the penultimate day, this will be the last match of the day if Europe win it.
Changed the mind at the last minute there. They was going to chase the 6-ball and play the combo.
You know what I mean?
Decided they spotted something else and he's played it good.
15 seconds.
Well, jumping at the 4 here. He's trying to get some sort of distance. Maybe the green 6 with the cue ball. What's he going to leave? What's he going to leave? I mean, there is a pot on.
No, it's not.
But it's not easy. possible safety. Get the cue ball in behind the purple.
Oh, yes.
I don't need it. You got it?
Well, they're running out of chances here in 9-ball pool. It's very fast. It's a fast game. And the safeties, you know, you don't keep getting away with them. He's got an outside chance of potting the 7-ball.
Come on, Kaçi, one good shot.
Okay, he's left
Come
it
on,
on.
big boy.
This is it. This is a chance for Europe to just open up a massive lead.
A moment there really summed up how it's all going for Gorst. Is he looking at his 4th defeat out of 4 in singles and doubles already this week?
Heart of the pocket. 3-1 down he was in this match.
Well, it's not going to be quite like the task the USA were facing going into the final day last year. It really was mission impossible. But if the Americans lose this rack, then any hopes of getting the Mosconi Cup back here in Florida are going to depend on what would be one of the most famous sporting turnarounds of all time.
Shot, son.
This was a doubles which started with so much promise for the American pair. It looks as though it's going to end with them losing 4 racks in a row. And it was a day which began so promisingly for the Americans with that team match. But the momentum they got from that has not been built on. Jayson Shaw, like so many other Mosconi Cup days, it finishes with Jayson Shaw, centre stage, basking in the limelight, and potting the line, which takes his team to within 2 points of a 5th successive Mosconi Cup triumph. Such disappointment for the Americans. But you have to say the Europeans have deserved what's happened today. And they did well to turn that one around. Jayson Shaw made a couple of mistakes early on in the match, particularly that missed 5 in the opening rack. But that's all a distant memory now, Carl. They're closing in on yet another Mosconi triumph.
Yeah, they are. It was looking like it was going to be close. It really was. But 9-5 now, Michael, is a huge lead in a race to 11.
And the celebrations begin now. As I said, this is going to be the last match of the day. Europe will return tomorrow, only requiring 2 more points, but this crowd will still be here again. The place will be full. And they won't have given up hope. They will still be coming here tomorrow, hoping to witness a Mosconi miracle. Europe lead by 4 points going into the last day.
Huge congratulations, Captain Jayson Shaw. I mean, you look very pleased with that result. So many great moments, but it did start off a little bit shaky. You missed the 5, you gifted them the first rack. What was going through your mind? Because you didn't look happy then.
I actually got a kick on the 5 ball. I watched it back. It skid a little bit on me. Probably should have still made it, but he was scared of scratching in the corner, so he kind of left me in the middle. And then I told him to get me to the cushion, and he leaves me in the middle, and I missed the combo. But yeah, just delighted to be 9-5 up, and then we're in control now.
I'm just going to jump in between you, Kaçi. I mean, wow, a golden break from yourself. That must be, I mean, you must be elated with that.
I mean, it was about time I'm making a golden break. The way I smashed them, it gotta happen at some point. But yeah, I'm happy to get it on 3-3 and get on the hill first. And yeah, it's amazing to play with Jace. He keeps on going. Quick match, beam, 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 happens quick. That's how it goes with him.
And it's a tough pairing that you were facing in Styer and Fedor as well, because they're playing some phenomenal pool over the past couple of days.
Yeah, I mean, every match you go here, you get here feeling better and better, and I'm happy for all the team that getting the job done, and we are leading badly right now, so USA fans, we're not looking really good.
Eklent, you are now just 2 points away from potentially securing the 5th title in a row for Team Europe. How confident are you that you can go on and do that?
I didn't get that.
You're only 2 points away from potentially lifting the trophy. Can you do it?
Hell yes. Who doubt that?
Congratulations, well done.
Yeah, who on earth doubted Team Europe coming into this contest? They do, of course, boast the world number 2, 3 and 4 in their ranks, and confirmation of the scores from today, 9-5 in favour of Team Europe, and confirmation that that was the final match of the session. This, of course, sold as a 4-day event, and Matchroom want to ensure that there is definitely some jeopardy heading into the final day. It was a day today, day 3, that started so positively for Team USA, but they faded, and the world number 1, the world champion Fedor Gorst, he really hasn't been at the races, JJ.
No, he hasn't been himself, that's for sure. It's been a tough Mosconi for him, and you know, the day started great, like you said, for USA, and to be honest with you, they got a little punished at times, I felt like, when they maybe shouldn't have, but that's 9-ball pool. That's why it's a love-hate kind of relationship.
And so fitting that in that final match, yes, Jayson Shaw missed that 5, he missed the carom, but it ended with him doing Jayson Shaw things.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you know, obviously these race to 5s, it can be just 1 or 2 little things. It's not always a missed ball, is it, or a poor safety. It can be something even like, you know, like minuscule, like Tyler Styer there on that long 3 ball. It was over the pocket. He had a little bit of an angle. You know how hard that shot is, JJ, where you're trying to jack up off the top rail. I thought maybe just knock the ball in and then maybe take the situation, because it was all on their side. They were 3-1 up, and listen, it changed the match. And as Jeremy said, you know, Europe, they had a bit of luck off the break today, but that's just 9-ball.
And of course, just the 4 matches today, but we can also confirm that the 4th and final day will start with that match that we'd all been looking forward to today, the clash between the captains. How much do you think Skylar Woodward might even be relishing that opportunity? He loves those big pressure moments to come out and make a statement.
Yeah, he's got to. I mean, they did it today. It was a must-win. A lot of people felt like with that team match. So it's going to be captain to lead tomorrow, and then captain's got to put together a nice lineup and make his boys believe.
Yeah, Carl, it is the perfect match to start the final day, isn't it?
Yeah, as Jeremy said, you know, Skylar, obviously, if he can win that match, then obviously we're going all into the singles. Listen, you never know. You just never know.
We've talked about it being a completely different structure to the singles events, but when you look at Fedor Gorst, I just want to finish on him because he has seemed a different player in the team event. What can he draw upon, though, from that US Open win, the Whirlpool Masters and the World Championship victories? What can he draw from those? I
think he's just got to, you know, trust in his game, you know, trust in what he does best. You don't win them tournaments by being a bad pool player, do you? He's obviously got the game, we know that. Maybe just try and enjoy it a little bit more, maybe laugh or something in the arena. He's just sat there, he's all dead straight face, you know, get the crowd involved and just relax a little bit if you can.
Yeah, that's a huge point that Carl has just made, because 2 of the players that really have struggled, Mickey Kraus and Fedor Gorst, and they've probably been the 2 most reserved in this environment.
Yeah, absolutely. It's only been with a winning 9-ball that Fedor made where he really had some celebration and lightened up a little bit. But even that 3-ball that was tough from after the break, when he got over the ball, he just didn't look confident shooting it to me. And not, you know, I don't know him, like, don't live with him or anything like that, but just knowing him as well as I do, it looked like he almost knew he wasn't going to make it.
Yeah, well, we have one grand finale here in Florida to look forward to. It's looking very good for Team Europe at the moment, isn't it? Please come and join us for the final day of the Mosconi Cup from 6 p.m. on Sky Sports Plus. But here in Florida, well, it was another day where FSR really was on fire.
Sports. Feel it all.